All right, welcome guys to tonight's team call. As we always say when we begin, we expect that you guys will meet us halfway, shut down all distractions, unless you're lazy and you're rebuilding your home. So, we ask that you meet us halfway, shut down distractions, and focus in for a little bit of laser training right now, especially made just for you guys. And so that way we can all become like crazy awesome girl bosses. Jenny has some great content lined up for you guys tonight, so I'm not going to take too long. I'm just going to pass it right off to you. Off to you, Jenny!
Well, thanks. Thank you guys for showing up for our team call, and thank you to everybody who is going to watch the replay of this. So with it being the very first weekend of the month, we wanted to talk to you guys about having a really strong December because what you do now is really going to set us up for our 2016. So when you're thinking about December, obviously most of us are thinking about the holidays. A lot of us are probably traveling. We have holiday parties to go to. We have all these things. And there's a reason why this is the season where people tend to put on weight and kind of neglect their workouts and things like that. Well, from this point forward, if you haven't already, you need to consider yourself a health and fitness professional. And if this was like your career, like something that you went to school for and that you were getting paid for, that you were showing up to an office for or to a gym for or whatever, like you would still show up for your business and you would be there every single day. Well, that you were scheduled to work anyways. So you need to treat your business like that, especially this time of year, because what happens in January or towards the end of December, people start making resolutions. And when they start making resolutions, they start trying to formulate solutions for those resolutions. And you want to be the solution that they see. You want them to be like, you want them to think of you when they think of health and fitness or when they think of losing weight. So how are we going to do that? We're going to do that by doing everything that we always tell you guys to do, but making sure we're doing it. It's going to be so easy to get distracted these days, you guys. It's going to be so easy to, want to go shopping instead of getting your workout in. It's going to be so easy to want to, splurge and sabotage our progress during a time where we really, really need to be focusing on our personal journey because it's going to help us in our business. So being consistent with your workouts, sharing your workouts. If sharing your workouts or your Shakeology pictures is something that you struggle with, then let's work on getting you over that, because now is the time that your network needs to see you focused. They need to see you consistent. They need to see you as somebody that is helpful. So now more than ever is going to be the time to be consistent and to be plugging away at your social media, so that come the end of December and January, when people are thinking about their resolutions and they decide who they're going to want to help them, it's going to be you instead of 24-hour fitness. Because you got to remember this, you guys. What starts happening on TV around this time? All the gym ads start rolling in, you guys, because they know that health and fitness is people's always their number one resolution. So you're fighting against the TV. You're fighting against the money that they're going to put into social media advertising. So you have to make sure that you have that personal relationship and that personal connection by being consistent, by doing your workouts, by showing up, by doing your Hey Girls. Like I said, all the things that we talk about doing, we need to make sure we're continuing to do during this. Every year, Mindy Wender shares, she calls it the big wave. And it's like, if you set yourself up now, the big wave is coming in January. What happens is, in December, everybody, we struggle with a lot of no's based on financial reasons. But what happens is you have people who do commit to it and they say they'll start January 1st. So make sure, in addition to that, this is another action step for you, is that you're tracking everyone that you're talking to now. I have 5 people on a list already that tell me, December 1st, I'm signing up. I just can't commit right now because I don't want to take that money away from my family. I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, I literally have you on a list of people that I'm going to contact at first. And almost, I think 4 out of the 5 were like, I'm not blowing you off. I'm really not. I seriously want to do this. I just have to wait until the 1st. I'm like, totally, that's fine. So make sure that you have a running list of who you're talking to this month. Set goals for yourself. I know we'll post and we'll ask people to put their goals down. I've been talking to a lot of the girls in my downline about setting goals. And for whatever reason, I think we're going to have another call on this in the future, in the near future, about goal setting. Is we'll say, what are your monthly goals? And like barely anybody answers. So I don't know if you guys don't know how to set goals. I don't know if the trouble is not wanting to set goals. Maybe you're afraid to like fail your goals or whatever. But setting those goals will help you realize what you need to do for your business now to make that happen. So by the end of this call, or by the end of, I guess we'll give you till Tuesday, I'll create a post, and I would love for everyone to put down some December goals. And then we can talk about how to reach those goals. Because if you're pushing for those goals now, then it's going to set you up for January. I know Lacey and I last year, it was so funny because we both had this amazing end of December because we were setting ourselves up. And what happened was people didn't want to wait until January. And so we had this amazing, like, last week of December. We were like, oh my gosh, if this is the premonition of what January is going to be like, this is amazing. You know, like Christmas came and went, and all of a sudden people had their Christmas money and they were ready to spend it. And we like had this like killer closeout to December, and we're like, that's awesome. That's a cool way to end the year, you know? But we saw our consistency in December and in November, like, paying off. So make sure that, you're just not getting distracted by all the holiday stuff. And really, this time of year is when you really need to treat this like the business that it is. Even if you're not trying to be like, you know, a top 10 coach, or you're not trying to be like a 6-figure earner or whatever, just make sure that you're treating it like the job that it is and the potential that it has. The last thing you're going to want to do is see all of us signing all these challengers and coaches at the beginning of the year, and then you being like, well, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And I guarantee you that we can track it back to December and what your posts were about and what they were like, and how consistent you were on your personal journey. Jennifer Rivera, she is one of Andrea's coaches. So she's, I guess, what do we call ourselves? Like on our team with Lorelai and I under Andrea. And she just did she just completed the ultimate reset. And this is something we talked about at the retreat. So many of us, we hop into programs, and we'll go in and out of programs, and we will kind of flit about. And like for our personal journey, that's fine. But then what ends up happening is we don't really have those before and after results of like for a specific program or for something. And that can be like a detriment to our business. So I also challenge you, if you are doing a specific program right now, I hope you have before pictures for it, and to start sharing your results, even if it's like just 2-week results or whatever. She hit Success Club 22 last month because she shared her Ultimate Reset pictures. She didn't sell Ultimate Reset, you guys. That's expensive. Like people. But because she shared her results pictures, it automatically put her in the forefront of people's minds. So as they were wanting to get help with themselves, they were going to her, and she was selling them hammer and chisel, and not hammer and chisel, size and 21-day fix, because it was on special last month. So she sold challenge packs to 11 people last month. That's pretty amazing. And she, when Andrea asked her in our group what she contributed to that, she said, sharing my results. And so a lot of us, when we're hodgepodging around, we're not creating results for ourselves. Or if we are, we're still moving forward and we're still losing weight or toning up or whatever, but we might not be sharing those results because it's not like, these are my 21-day fix results. Here's day 1 and here's day 21. So make sure that you're sharing those results. And if you don't have results to share, then you're probably doing something wrong on your personal journey, like myself. I finally just got back into it, and like I'm super excited because I'm down, like I think it was like 3.5 pounds since the beginning of the week. And like that's super awesome because I let my personal journey go, you guys, and now I'm like regretting it. And I know that parts of my business have slipped because of it, because I'm not sharing my personal results. Yeah, I'm sharing out of the other thing, but it's not me, and I'm who people are going to relate to, and they want to see that it works for me, the person that they trust, the person on their friends list. So make sure that this time of year, that on top of your business consistency, you're consistent on your personal journey, so you have something to share, so that come Christmas you can be like, I survived the holidays, and look, and I did it like this, boom boom, and you've got like these awesome results. So that's really kind of what we just wanted to like hop in and talk to you guys about, and see if you guys had any questions about the goal setting or being consistent during this time. I had a couple action steps that I kind of already went over them, but they're just like literal action steps that you guys can take going forward. Do your workouts. Obviously, you guys, being a product of the product is so important, and nobody's going to want to join you on your fitness journey if your fitness journey isn't taking you anywhere. If you're not in a challenge group, you need to be in one. We have a pretty active one going right now. It's really, it's fun. People are posting in it constantly. They're doing the daily check-ins, and it's going really well. So if you don't have one that you are in or that you're running or whatever, you're more than welcome to join the big team one that we have going. It's going to go all the way through December and into January.
And that one's a good one because you can drop them in at any time through the month.
Yes. We're not doing like normally we'll do like day 1, day 2, day 5, whatever. We're not doing that. We're still doing our normal morning motivations, afternoon coach posts, and daily check-ins, but there's not a day 1. We're not saying day 1. It's just like wherever they are on their journey, and like whenever you drop them in, they're there. So that's really good for our challengers to keep continuing to engage and, try and get challengers throughout the month. Share your journey. Share that fitness journey that you're doing. Share your healthy eating tips. Share your Shakeology tips. Especially now is a good time to be planting seeds for Shakeology, so that when these people do come around come January and they want to get in on your January fitness group, that they already kind of know, or at least intrigued of Shakeology because you've been posting about it. So that's a really good one. And then obviously the last action step is be consistent. If your consistency means that you're scheduling posts on Hootsuite, that's totally fine. I'm all for that as long as you're getting it out there. Be consistent in being yourself and be consistent in your journey. And with your Hey Girls and all those things. Obviously this time of year gets really busy with like traveling, family, and all that stuff, but make sure that you're setting aside dedicated time to make this happen, because you don't want that big wave to pass you guys over. Trust me, you don't. You don't want to, like I said, wonder why everybody's having these successes in this amazing January and you're just, twiddling your thumbs. So I'm going to make sure that we share Mindy Wender, her income thingy that she always shares every year, the big wave, and she sets it up and how come January, it's just like, and a lot of times what will happen is the big wave will come, and so your income might be like this, whether this means $50 a week or $500 a week, but then the big wave will come and it'll go up like this, and then it'll settle higher than you were. So it kind of bumps you into that next the next earning bracket, even though they're not really brackets, but so that's what will happen. And you'll be surprised planting those seeds now and talking about coaching to people. You guys be on those Hey Girls or on your invites, be inviting people to the coaching opportunity too, because for whatever reason, when people start their fitness journey and you would mention coaching, they're on board. I think last January, a lot of us signed a lot of new coaches between January and February. People are just looking for something new. So make sure that you're planting those seeds and that they know that there's an opportunity to be had with you. That's the big thing. Make sure that if any one of us goes and scrolls your page, that we can know one of 3 things. When your next challenge group is coming, that you have a business opportunity for us, and that was kind of 2 and 3. The third one was that you had that you were a business. So make sure that we know those things, that you're not just somebody who's, oh, I really like this workout and that's why I'm doing it, but that they know that they can get that workout from you and that you're offering something to them without, we've already talked numerous times about how to not be salesy about that. So if you guys had any questions about what your December goals should or could look like, or how to reverse engineer those, feel free. Lorelai, I think, is going to unmute everybody. If you have questions just about scheduling through the holidays and things like that, by all means, go ahead and ask. And I think this is one of the most important lessons that we can. I was telling Lorelai, I was like, we probably should have done it last weekend, but we did our girl time chat last weekend, which was super fun, anyways. But it's only the 6th, so we still have plenty of time to be consistent through the holidays. So
I just wanted to say too, Mindy Little has done a really good job of creating the hype for rocking the last of 2015 and planning for a kick-ass 2016. So she has a countdown. She'll tell you how many weeks are left until 2016. And every time she posts it, I'm like, oh crap, oh, it's really coming, And so I really love her posts that she's doing it, because she's building that hype that really focused on having a strong 2016. And I love that. And I think that's something we could all do, because like Jenni was saying, people are going to be starting their fitness journeys, between the fitness journeys and making sure they know that all of us are going to have a super strong 2016. We're going to start it with a bang. We're going to finish it with a bang. We have the follow through that they need. That's what people are looking for. And I love her posts. If you want to follow Mindy Little probably follow her, because she's going to have a huge following soon. She's incredible. But I just love how well directed she's been on the 2016, making it your best year ever. Because she's starting that now. A lot of people, they'll wait till like the day after Christmas to start thinking about New Year's resolutions and things like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, we need to be planting the seed, like Jenni said, now that we are the fitness professional in their lives, the fitness professional in their network. So between that, being the fitness professional, but then also tying in that we are planning a strong 2016 and who wants to be there with us, that is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah. I know something that I did last year that got a lot of good traction, and some other coaches started doing it as well, is I took a picture of me when I started my journey, which was 2014. Yeah, so I took a picture. It had 3 screens, and it said 2014, and it was my picture at my heaviest. And then it said now. It was a picture of where I was at that time. So it was like the beginning of December last year. And then it said 2015 with a question mark. And so it was like, this is where I'm going, and this is where I'm headed. Like, where are you going to be? You know, and that did really, really well for me.
Can you share that in the group so that, I know it's a lot of like digging through posts, but it was a really fantastic post. So I think if they all had the inspiration for it, I would love to see everybody's, because that gives you like a transformation story to share, like the beginning. Yeah, there you go, Lacey. It gives them the beginning and the current, and then that question mark. It was so strong. I loved it. It makes you want to like follow them.
Yeah, it did such good reaction, and like a ton of misfits ended up doing it. And I don't know where I came up with the idea or where I saw the inspiration, but I don't think I maybe that was one of my original ideas. I don't remember. I don't even know anymore. But
I would love it if all of us made one of those posts this week.
I think so. I think it'd be really cool too. It was really powerful.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I'm scrolling to find it. But yeah, did anybody have any questions about?
I'm going to stop recording if we're going to open for questions then.